more spreadable, more contagious, and it's pretty scary.
A potentially more contagious variant of coronavirus tearing through the UK. You'll hear from a San Diegan living there and worried. Plus, the COVID-19 vaccine now going to San Diego nursing home patients. And terror for a local mother after her car was stolen with her 3-year-old son inside.
ABC 10 News at 4 starts now.
Congress could vote any time now on a long-awaited new pandemic relief bill. Good afternoon. I'm Lindsay Pena in for Kimberly Hunt. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the Senate will stay late tonight to vote on the $900 billion measure. It's expected to include up to $600 direct payments to individuals, along with $300 a week extra for people on unemployment. There is also money for small business relief and vaccine distribution. We'll let you know as soon as a vote happens. Meantime, President-elect Joe Biden got his first dose of coronavirus vaccine this afternoon. He and incoming First Lady Jill Biden each received the Pfizer vaccine at a Delaware hospital. Biden urged all Americans to get vaccinated.
People should be prepared when it's available to take the vaccine. There's nothing to worry about. I'm looking forward to the second shot.
The Pfizer vaccine requires 2 doses several weeks apart. President Trump has not said when he might get vaccinated. And here at home, nursing home patients are now getting vaccinated. Today, Carlos Aligre was vaccinated at the Birch Patrick Skilled Nursing Facility at Sharp Chula Vista. He's believed to be the first nursing home patient in San Diego to get the vaccine. The first doses are going to frontline healthcare workers and residents of long-term care facilities. And happening now, hundreds of people are demanding that businesses and schools in San Diego County reopen. Sky 10 flew over this rally at the Centennial Park in El Cajon. The group Reopen San Diego organized that event. Speakers include Congressman Darrell Issa. Last week, a San Diego judge ruled local strip clubs and restaurants could reopen, but that ruling was blocked by an appeals court 2 days later. A San Diego native studying in England says he's hunkered down in his apartment because of a more contagious variant of coronavirus sweeping that country. He tells ABC 10 News anchor Vanessa Van Hefty people in the UK don't seem to be heeding warnings.
Especially with the new variant, it's a scary situation.
San Diego's Jimmy MacArthur is a student at the London School of Economics. He's been here 2 months.
So I haven't been able to actually explore London or go to my classes or anything like that.
Now, news of a coronavirus variant in the UK has him on edge.
It's pretty scary. And London's very, it's a densely packed city, to be honest. So there's a real possibility of it spreading quicker.
His classes have been all online. He hasn't ventured out much and doesn't intend to.
Corona would be pretty bad. I have a few things in my past, my lungs and stuff.
His family from San Diego calling him today to check in.
I got messages, from my stepdad, just basically just saying, don't be stupid, don't go out. This is like a very important part of your life, and you're spending a lot of money to go to school and everything there. But your health is the most important thing, and the health of other people, because you can spread it very quickly too.
Multiple countries have imposed restrictions on travelers from the UK. MacArthur scrapped his plans to travel to Paris with his girlfriend. The UK's government reporting the variant demonstrates a substantial increase in transmissibility compared to other variants. MacArthur says he will continue to stay inside. He says San Diegans were far more cautious than what he is seeing there in the UK.
One thing that's surprising me the most, to be honest, is how many people don't wear masks here. 1 in 4 people are wearing a mask.
Vanessa Van Hefty, ABC 10 News.
MacArthur says he was planning to take some in-person classes next semester, but with news of the variant, he'll stick with remote learning for now. Returning to on-campus learning is in legal limbo for some North County students. A teachers union is trying to block the San Diego Unified High School District's plan to return to class in January. Our Rachel Bianco talked to teachers and families caught in the middle.
Ethan and Aiden LaRock are in 8th grade at Pacific Trails Middle School. Their mom hopes the end of the holiday break marks the beginning of a return to on-campus learning.
I'm just putting one foot in front of the other and hoping and praying for a holiday miracle.
Late last Tuesday night, the San Diego Union High School District Board of Trustees voted to give students the option of returning to in-person learning 5 days a week starting January 27th.
I was elated, and this is something that should have happened a long time ago.
The California Teachers Association is strongly against the plan, saying, among other things, it is not safe for students and teachers to return while the county is in the purple tier.
We've never needed to do anything this drastic to feel safe and supported in the classroom. It makes me really sad to think about that.
Ann Cerny has been teaching at Earl Warren Middle School for 27 years. She's worried about COVID-19, but that is not her main concern.
The fear I have, and it is truly a fear, is of the academic chaos that we find ourselves heading toward.
Union leaders estimate up to 20% of teachers won't return for in-person learning.
And I'm just worried that it's not going to roll out well. I'm worried for equity for students. I'm worried for the many students that'll be affected by teachers going out on leave and having subs for classes.
The school board is having an emergency closed-door meeting Tuesday to address the union's legal challenge. Rachel Bianco, ABC 10 News.
The petition seeks to block the return to campus learning at 3 of the district's high schools. The union argues those schools had not opened for any instruction prior to the county going back into the purple tier. We have a crime alert out of El Cajon. Police are looking for a man who stole a car with a toddler inside. Police say the child's mother was unloading groceries today with the engine running and her 3-year-old in the car. That's when a man jumped in and drove off. He abandoned that car outside a business at Front and Palm. Fortunately, the child was still safely inside. The thief is still on the loose, though, and the description of him is vague.
Let's start the news feed. The European Union's drug regulator has given the green light to Pfizer's vaccine. It's expected vaccinations could start in the next week. This comes as some countries are seeing surges in cases. Moderna's vaccine will start going to patients today. Now, there are 2 COVID vaccines with emergency use authorization from the U.S. government. COVID cases in the U.S. have surged in recent weeks, and health leaders want 20 million people vaccinated by the first week of January. Now, China has an ambitious vaccination plan. It wants to vaccinate 50 million people before February's Lunar New Year. Chinese are using their own vaccine and say there have been no adverse reactions so far.